Hello, my friends. Welcome to the Wisdom Within channel, your space to cultivate clarity, strength, and inner peace through timeless wisdom. I'm grateful you're here today. Before we begin, I invite you to take a moment, center yourself, and if you are new here, please click that subscribe button and turn on notifications. This ensures you won't miss messages designed to strengthen your mind, heart, and spirit in ways that guide your life toward wisdom and composure. Before we dive in, I encourage you to comment a faith-based phrase in the comments section, something like, I receive or I believe. This is more than a simple exercise. It's a way to align your intention, anchor your focus, and actively engage with the power of today's lesson. Your words carry energy, and the energy you bring will amplify the wisdom you receive. Today, we explore an essential skill that many people overlook, the art of responding in ways so deliberate, so thoughtful, that they naturally silence negativity, criticism, and confrontation. These responses are not about hurting or humiliating others, they are about mastery. Mastery over your mind, your words, and your emotional state. Epictetus wisely said, "It's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." Every encounter, every debate, every moment someone seeks to provoke you offers a choice to act impulsively or with thoughtful power. The first principle is understanding the strength of measured silence. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, if someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change. I seek the truth, which never harmed anyone. The harm is to persist in self-deception and ignorance. In other words, silence isn't weakness, it's a reflection of awareness, patience, and confidence. Often, the smartest response is saying nothing at all until you are sure your words will create clarity rather than chaos. Think back to the last time someone provoked you. Perhaps it was a colleague, a friend, or even a stranger. The instinctive response might have been quick, emotional, or defensive, but this is exactly where control is lost. Seneca taught, "He who is brave is free." Real bravery is not in shouting or retaliating. It is in choosing when and how to respond, grounded in composure and reason. The first smart response is the art of acknowledgement. Acknowledge what the other person has said without escalating the situation. For instance, a simple "I hear you" can disarm a heated moment. This shows calmness, removes the power of provocation, and invites a more constructive dialogue. Remember, Seneca also said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Many conflicts dissolve when met with calm acknowledgement rather than emotional escalation. The second smart response is reframing. When faced with criticism or insult instead of defensive reactions, reframe the comment in a neutral or positive light. For example, if someone says you always make mistakes, a Stoic response could be, "I appreciate your perspective. I'm always learning." This shifts energy from confrontation to reflection. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Reject your sense of injury and the injury itself disappears." By reframing, you strip negativity of its power. Third, consider the power of humor. Humor, when used wisely, disarms tension without attacking anyone. It demonstrates intelligence and emotional balance. If someone mocks a minor error, a gentle, self-aware joke, never mean-spirited, can diffuse hostility. Epictetus reminds us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Humor, when anchored in perspective, is a form of that freedom. Fourth, asking insightful questions is a key response. Instead of engaging in endless argument, ask questions that clarify the other person's perspective. Questions like, "Can you help me understand what you mean?" Or, "Why do you feel that way?" transform conflict into curiosity. Seneca's wisdom aligns here. True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears. Asking questions roots you in presence, shifting energy away from confrontation toward understanding. The fifth method involves asserting boundaries. Sometimes silence or humor is insufficient, and you must speak with clarity and authority. A Stoic response could be, "I'm happy to discuss this, but I will not engage in disrespectful conversation." Standing firm with dignity communicates strength without aggression. Marcus Aurelius said, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Maintaining integrity in your response is far more powerful than fighting fire with fire. Next, reflective listening can neutralize tension. Truly listen to the other person and summarize what they've said before responding. This demonstrates respect and often prompts them to clarify their own statements. Epictetus wisely stated, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening more than speaking is a timeless strategy to navigate conflict effectively. The 7th smart response is strategic silence. Not every moment demands a verbal answer. Sometimes choosing not to respond is the most powerful move. Silence communicates control, restraint, and wisdom. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Maintaining inner stillness ensures external provocation does not disturb you. 8th, practice gratitude in response. When someone attempts to belittle or provoke, respond with appreciation. "Thank you for sharing your perspective. It gives me something to consider." Gratitude shifts energy, transforms tension into learning, and reinforces emotional resilience. Seneca said, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." A mindset of gratitude strengthens the spirit, leaving negativity powerless. Finally, the 9th approach is redirecting focus. When conflicts arise, guide the conversation toward constructive solutions, shared goals, or common values. This removes the antagonist's leverage and channels energy toward growth. Marcus Aurelius wisely stated, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." Acting with integrity and focus ensures you remain calm, composed, and in control. Now that we've introduced the 9 smart responses, let's explore them in real-life situations so that these principles come alive for you. Imagine you're at work, and a colleague unfairly criticizes your work in front of others. The instinctive reaction might be defensiveness or anger, but a Stoic mind responds differently. The first response, measured silence, is your immediate tool. Instead of snapping back, pause, breathe, and allow yourself a moment of calm. In that silence, you regain control over your emotions and your words. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." This inner retreat is your power. By choosing silence, you prevent impulsive reactions that could escalate conflict or harm your reputation. Next, consider acknowledgement. Acknowledgement doesn't mean agreement. It's simply a recognition of the other person's words without feeding the tension. You might respond, "I understand your point. Thank you for sharing." Seneca taught, "He who is brave is free." Here, bravery is in controlling your response, not in retaliating. Acknowledging someone's words shows composure and signals to the other person that their attempt to provoke you does not control your emotional state. Reframing is particularly powerful in heated situations. If someone says you always make mistakes, a reframed response could be, "I'm grateful you pointed that out. I'll use it to improve." This converts potential hostility into constructive energy. Marcus Aurelius said, "Reject your sense of injury, and the injury itself disappears." By reframing, you take the power from negativity and redirect it toward growth and learning. Humor, when appropriate, can transform the atmosphere instantly. Suppose a friend teases you about being late. Instead of snapping, a simple smile and a lighthearted comment like, "Yes, I'm fashionably late as always," can diffuse tension. Epictetus reminds us, "Freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control." Humor liberates your mind from the need to react negatively and keeps you in control. Asking insightful questions is another tool for silencing unnecessary conflict. Questions like, "Can you clarify what you mean?" or "Why do you feel that way?" shift the energy from confrontation to understanding. When people are forced to articulate their position clearly, they often recognize flaws in their own argument. Seneca wisely noted, "True happiness is to enjoy the present without anxious dependence upon the future." not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears. Asking questions keeps you grounded in the present, removing emotional distraction and opening the door to constructive dialogue. Asserting boundaries is crucial when respect is lacking. For example, if a coworker repeatedly interrupts you, a firm yet calm response could be, "I'd like to finish my point, and then I'm happy to hear your thoughts." Marcus Aurelius taught, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Maintaining dignity while asserting boundaries demonstrates strength without aggression, and it often earns more respect than retaliation ever could. Reflective listening deepens understanding and fosters respect. By summarizing what someone has said, you show that you truly hear them. This often encourages reciprocity, prompting them to listen to your perspective. Epictetus wisely stated, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." By listening more, you gain insight, and the other person often softens their stance naturally. Strategic silence is perhaps the most misunderstood tool. Not every confrontation needs a verbal response. Sometimes withholding words communicates more than any argument could. In personal conflicts, allowing the other person space to reflect while maintaining your composure demonstrates extraordinary self-control. Marcus Aurelius emphasized, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change. I seek the truth which never harmed anyone." The harm is to persist in self-deception and ignorance. Silence can be a mirror, reflecting back the other person's unnecessary aggression without engaging it. Gratitude, even in the face of disrespect, is transformative. When provoked, responding with appreciation, "Thank you for sharing your thoughts. I will consider them carefully," alters the energy of the interaction entirely. Seneca's wisdom echoes this. "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Gratitude strengthens your internal wealth, leaving negativity powerless to disturb you. Finally, redirecting focus ensures the interaction remains productive. When someone seeks conflict, guide the discussion toward constructive outcomes. For example, if criticism arises during a team meeting, respond with, "I hear your concern. Let's focus on how we can improve together." Marcus Aurelius said, "If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not say it." By redirecting focus, you maintain integrity and composure while transforming conflict into collaboration. Applying these 9 responses consistently requires practice. Start small, perhaps in low-stakes situations. Each time you choose awareness over reaction, you strengthen your mental discipline and emotional control. Over time, these responses become instinctive, and you'll notice a profound shift in how others respond to you. Now imagine using these strategies in your personal relationships. A family argument arises, perhaps over differing values or decisions. Instead of reacting impulsively, apply measured silence first. Then acknowledge the other person's feelings without feeding the emotional fire. Reframe their criticism as an opportunity for understanding. If appropriate, insert a lighthearted comment to ease tension. Ask clarifying questions to truly grasp their perspective. Assert boundaries where necessary. Listen deeply and reflectively. Use silence strategically to prevent escalation. Express gratitude for their honesty, even if challenging. Finally, redirect the conversation toward shared solutions or understanding. These steps are not about manipulation. They are about mastery. Mastery over your mind, your emotions, and your life. As Marcus Aurelius reminds us, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength. When you internalize these principles, you become unshakable. Provocations lose their grip. Insults bounce off. Criticism becomes fuel for growth. And the world, with all its noise and chaos, becomes a classroom where you are the teacher of your own composure. To truly master these 9 smart responses, it's essential to see them in action, not just in theory. Let's walk through practical scenarios you may face daily. Imagine a situation where a friend spreads a rumor about you, hoping to damage your reputation. The natural response might be anger or an attempt to retaliate, but a Stoic mind sees this differently. The first response, measured silence, allows you to pause and regain composure. You don't react impulsively. Instead, you reflect, what truth, if any, is in the statement? And how can I respond without losing my inner peace? Marcus Aurelius teaches, if you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. And this you have the power to revoke at any moment. Your power lies not in controlling others, but in controlling your mind. Next, consider acknowledgement. You might calmly say, "I hear what you're saying. Thank you for letting me know." This response doesn't feed the negativity. It simply shows that you are aware, in control, and not easily provoked. Seneca reminds us, "He who is brave is free." Bravery is choosing control over chaos. By acknowledging without engaging in hostility, you assert emotional strength. Reframing becomes crucial when others aim to provoke you. If someone criticizes your effort instead of internalizing it, you might think, "This is a chance to improve. I can learn from this." Reframing transforms negative energy into personal growth. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." Every insult, criticism, or challenge is an opportunity to strengthen your mind and refine your character. In situations where tension runs high, humor can diffuse hostility. Imagine a colleague mocks your new project idea. A lighthearted response like, "I suppose it's a bold step, but bold steps make legends," shifts the energy. Epictetus reminds us, freedom is the only worthy goal in life. It is won by disregarding things that lie beyond our control. Humor liberates your mind from unnecessary reactions and signals calm mastery. Asking insightful questions often silences the other person without confrontation. In a debate, instead of countering aggressively, ask, "Can you help me understand your reasoning?" This forces reflection and often reveals flaws in their argument. Seneca wisely said, "True happiness is to enjoy the present, without anxious dependence upon the future, not to amuse ourselves with either hopes or fears." Grounded, calm questioning not only diffuses conflict but opens the door to clarity. Asserting boundaries ensures respect. Suppose a friend constantly interrupts or belittles you. Calmly saying, "Please allow me to finish and then I'll listen to your thoughts," sets a standard for interaction. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The best revenge is not to be like your enemy." Maintaining dignity while asserting boundaries demonstrates power without aggression. Reflective listening deepens understanding. By summarizing someone's point, "So what you're saying is," you show attention and empathy, which often softens hostility. Epictetus said, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." Listening strategically often transforms conflict into cooperation. Strategic silence is underutilized yet highly effective. In the face of provocation, sometimes the strongest response is no response. Let your calm presence act as a mirror, reflecting the other person's agitation back to them. Marcus Aurelius notes, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change." The harm is in persisting in self-deception. Choosing silence protects your mind while demonstrating wisdom. Finally, gratitude transforms interactions. Responding with appreciation, even when challenged, shifts the dynamic. "Thank you for your honesty. I'll consider your words carefully," conveys strength and composure. Seneca teaches, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Gratitude strengthens inner wealth, leaving negativity powerless. To help these responses stick, practice structured exercises daily. Start with reflection journaling. Write down a situation that triggered emotional tension and brainstorm which of the 9 responses would have been most effective. Next, apply role-playing exercises. Imagine common scenarios, office criticism, personal conflict, online trolling, and practice responding using these strategies. Over time, your instinctive reactions will align with Stoic principles. Additionally, mindful breathing amplifies your control. Before responding to a provocation, inhale deeply, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly. This simple act interrupts impulsive reactions and gives your rational mind space to choose the optimal response. Marcus Aurelius advised, "Nowhere can man find a quieter or more untroubled retreat than in his own soul." Your inner calm is your strongest asset. Storytelling further solidifies these lessons. Consider the story of Cato the Younger, a Stoic admired for his unwavering principles. In the Roman Senate, he faced relentless criticism and political scheming. Instead of retaliation, he used measured silence, reframing, and integrity to maintain respect. Over time, even his adversaries recognized his composure and wisdom. In modern life, you can emulate Cato by responding to disrespect with strategy rather than emotion. Another example comes from everyday life. Suppose a social media comment attacks your character. The 9 responses guide you. Pause, measured silence. Acknowledge without agreement. Reframe the criticism as a lesson. Inject humor if possible. Ask clarifying questions. Assert boundaries by refusing to engage in name-calling. Reflectively summarize the comment to show awareness. Maintain strategic silence when needed. And express gratitude for the opportunity to grow. The result: the aggressor loses power and your dignity remains intact. These strategies not only prevent unnecessary conflict, but also build reputation and influence. People notice composure, clarity, and controlled responses. As Marcus Aurelius said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." Mastery over your mind translates into mastery over how the world perceives you. By integrating these principles daily, you develop emotional resilience. Criticism becomes neutral, insults slide off, and provocations become exercises in self-discipline. Seneca reminds us, "He suffers more than necessary, who suffers before it is necessary." Responding wisely ensures you don't suffer from uncontrolled reactions. Now that we have explored each of the 9 SMART responses, it's crucial to understand that mastery comes through practice, reflection, and consistency. It is not enough to know these strategies intellectually. You must integrate them into your daily life. Imagine each provocation as a test, an opportunity to exercise your Stoic discipline. Every time you respond with calmness, clarity, and control, you reinforce your inner strength. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, "The art of living is more like wrestling than dancing." Life will challenge you, but how you engage with it defines your character. A practical way to embed these habits is to create a daily reflection routine. At the end of each day, ask yourself, where did I react impulsively? Which responses could I have applied? How can I prepare for similar challenges tomorrow? Writing down these reflections creates a feedback loop, strengthening your capacity to remain composed. Seneca said, "Every new beginning comes from some other beginning's end." Each day offers the chance to refine your behavior and fortify your mind. Consider also the power of visualization. Before entering a challenging environment, whether a tense meeting, a difficult conversation with a friend, or even social media interactions, visualize yourself responding with these 9 SMART strategies. Picture yourself pausing, reframing, asserting boundaries, or responding with humor. By mentally rehearsing, you prepare your mind for real-life scenarios. Epictetus instructs, "First say to yourself what you would be, and then do what you have to do." Visualization aligns intention with action, creating seamless, instinctive responses when provoked. It is equally important to monitor your inner dialogue. Often we react not to external events, but to the stories we tell ourselves about them. A rude comment may trigger anger not because of the words themselves, but because of the interpretation we assign. By practicing the 9 SMART responses, you disrupt this automatic reaction and create space for rational assessment. Marcus Aurelius emphasizes, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." Inner mastery begins with conscious awareness of your thoughts and reactions. Another essential element is detachment from ego. Many conflicts arise because of wounded pride or desire to win an argument. Stoicism teaches that true power lies not in external victories but in self-control. When someone insults or belittles you, responding with measured silence, reframing, or gratitude demonstrates that your value is not determined by others' perceptions. Seneca reminds us, "It is not the man who has too little, but the man who craves more that is poor." Freedom comes from mastering the self, not controlling others. Let's bring this to a real-world application. Suppose you are in a heated debate where emotions run high. One party tries to provoke you personally. Instead of reacting with anger, you pause, measured silence. Acknowledge their viewpoint without judgment. Reframe the criticism as a chance for growth. Use a light joke to lighten tension. Ask clarifying questions to reveal reasoning. Assert your boundaries calmly. Summarize their points, reflective listening. Stay strategically silent when necessary, and conclude with gratitude for the discussion. By following these 9 steps, you not only prevent conflict escalation, but also silence negativity through composure and wisdom. Remember, the goal is not to manipulate or dominate others, but to maintain your inner equilibrium. By practicing these SMART responses consistently, you cultivate respect, influence, and serenity. life becomes less about external chaos and more about the mastery of your own mind. Marcus Aurelius said, "If someone is able to show me that what I think or do is not right, I will happily change." The harm is in persisting in self-deception. Accepting feedback with calmness and clarity strengthens both character and relationships. Finally, cultivate the mindset of continuous improvement. Every interaction is a chance to practice Stoic principles. Whether faced with minor annoyances or serious provocations, approach each with intention. Over time, these 9 smart responses will become second nature. Epictetus reminds us, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Freedom and power lie in your ability to control responses, not circumstances. To summarize the 9 smart responses: measured silence, acknowledgement, reframing, humor, asking insightful questions, asserting boundaries, reflective listening, strategic silence, and gratitude, provide a framework to navigate conflict with grace, intelligence, and Stoic wisdom. By integrating these into your daily interactions, you protect your peace, enhance your influence, and develop a reputation for wisdom and composure. Before we close, I invite you to like this video if you found these strategies valuable, and comment your closing faith-based phrase like "blessed and ready" to reinforce your commitment to mastering these principles. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Wisdom Within channel for more transformative Stoic guidance. Remember, the power to silence negativity and maintain inner peace resides not in controlling the world, but in controlling your mind. Start applying these lessons today, and you will notice a profound change in how you handle conflict, criticism, and challenges.